Special episode, you can say. You know, I did my predictions for this past UFC pay-per-view, UFC 270, and I predicted Brandon Moreno to win and Francis Ngannou to win. Now, I talked about Francis and how he changed the game and how he changed the culture and how he changes the whole landscape of being a champion in the UFC. Well, this time I'm going to be talking about Brandon Moreno and how he got robbed against Deiveson Figueiredo, and is basically a fight companion. Now, even though I don't have anybody else here to do a fight companion, you know, it's definitely what I'm going to be doing with you guys. It's going to be with me, you, and whoever else is watching around you. And I plan on doing more fight companions in the future, talking about fights like this, talking about old fights such as Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor, Tito Ortiz, Khabib, all those fighters. Shoot, I'll even do Jake Paul for that. But anyway, back to the main point is, I plan on doing more fight companions in the future, and if you want to be a part of one, go ahead and let me know in the comments. We could gladly set it up down here in the Keep It 100 studio / Hollywood AJ studio. But right here, right now, talking about how Brandon Moreno got robbed against Deiveson Figueiredo. Now, their first fight happened back at UFC 255. UFC 255 was, put together on 3 weeks' notice, and both men took the fight on short notice, and it turned out to be one of the best fights in UFC history, definitely the best fight in flyweight division history, and it landed up saving the entire division because there were talks and rumblings that it might not go away. It ended in a draw, and most title fights don't end in a draw. The most title fights you can think of ending in a draw are Frankie Edgar versus Gray Maynard and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Tyron Woodley. So that happened, and automatically you assume they would run it back. So they do run it back. And Brandon Moreno just dominates him, dropped him with the jab, and completely outclasses Deiveson Figueiredo. Beats him in the third round via rear naked choke, and Brandon Moreno is the first ever Mexican-born UFC flyweight champion and UFC champion in general, which leads to a third fight between these two that happened 2 weeks ago, UFC 270, and this is truly a fight that had a lot of questions. Deiveson Figueiredo was complaining about his weight cut as to why he lost his last fight, and Brandon Moreno was looking to retain his title, looking to prove that, hey, that second fight was no fluke, and I'm here to defend my belt. And I'm going to be just giving you guys a commentary, like a commentary of what happens in the fight. Obviously, I can't show you guys the fight or have the volume up because I'll get taken off of YouTube, and I know you guys don't want that. You guys love seeing my beautiful, handsome face. So here we go. They're getting introduced right now, and I just thought simply Brandon Moreno had Deiveson's number. I thought in the first fight he did a great job of just being game, just being there, because one thing that Deiveson has is one-punch knockout power. And that guy, for his size, truly can shut the lights out with one punch. And Brandon ate all of Deiveson's best punches. He ate them all. And that's why I just knew he was going to win the second fight. And not only did he win, but he completely dominated. So this third fight truly made me hate Deiveson a lot more because he went and trained with Henry Cejudo, and Henry Cejudo acts like he's the hottest thing since sliced bread. I mean, it's weird how a Mexican is helping a Brazilian, a different countryman, defeat his own countrymen in Mexico. All right, like not in Mexico, but you guys get the idea. How are you going to help another countryman? That's like an Irish person helping an Englishman, a guy from England, defeat a guy from Ireland. It makes no sense. So in my eyes, I believe Henry Cejudo should completely denounce himself from the Mexican heritage. We do not claim him anymore at all. But Jason Herzog, the referee for this fight, Brandon Moreno is in the white, Deiveson in the yellow, and we are underway for the very first round of this trilogy fight. As I mentioned earlier, first fight scheduled where all three fights are back to back to back. And right away, the first thing I saw is Deiveson Figueiredo is coming out in the same stance that Henry Cejudo had when he fought Dominic Cruz, Henry Cejudo's last fight in the promotion, in his career. Deiveson lands a kick, misses bigly on the kick, and like I said, I'm just here to give you guys a commentary insight on what happened and my take on what absolutely happened. Deiveson got dropped, and they're in a clinch situation, and Brandon has him up against the fence and doing a lot of clinch work. As my phone is blowing up right now. So anyway, back to what I was trying to say is, I'm just here to give you guys an insight on what happened. A little commentary insight on how I feel this fight went down, on how other fights went down, on how simply Brandon Moreno got robbed. Because I believe he got robbed, and the guys who I was watching it with, Peanut and Carlos, they knew as well as me that Brandon Moreno got robbed as well. So maybe after this video, you guys will have the same opinion as me. If not, then hey, that's your opinion. That's whatever. But right now they're grappling. It's about 3:45 left in the first round. And grappling, what many people don't know, is the most grueling part in MMA. Not so much on the ground, but more in the clinch. It's more grapple heavy, and it's more grueling for the guy that is being clinched rather than the guy that is initiating the clinch. And that's one thing a lot of people don't really know. So Davison changed positions, and he's now on Brandon's side, and they're facing the cage still. A lot of kneeing each other's thighs for the casuals. You know, this is a good video for you guys too, to really get the insight of someone who's watched the game for so long and knows what he's talking about. So, still on the fence, exchanging knees in the clinch, and just going after it, you know, fighting for position. And in the first round and in a long fight, it's kind of what you want to do. I mean, these guys, their weights obviously vary on fight night. Davison came in at 143, Brandon came in at 135. So basically bantamweights and a featherweight are fighting for the title. So they break the clinch. Brandon misses on a whooping left hook. Now still trying to feel each other out. You know, like I said, these guys fought 2 straight times. This is their 3rd time. It's almost like a game 7 in basketball as Davison lands a jab and a kick that drops Moreno. Moreno with the punch. It's almost like a game 7 in basketball where you guys know each other's opponents. You know the opposition so well that there's almost nothing you can do except go out and slug, because game plans are all thrown out the window at this point. Brandon lands a big right hand, big left hand as well that miss. So Davison, the only thing going for him in this fight are his kicks. His kicks are going really well. But as far as control goes, I mean, you can't really give it to Davison. Lands a kick that drops Moreno again. Like I said, the only kick, it kind of hurt Davison. This is the first time he's taken a back step this entire fight so far. Still going. About 1:48 left in the first round. Brandon with a kick of his own. And that's one thing I felt he didn't do enough in this fight, was land enough kicks of his own. Because every kick he was landing, he was hurting Davison for sure. Still kind of feeling each other out. Not really landing anything significant. Brandon landed the more significant punches, while Davison is only landing kicks, and he's missing even a lot of those kicks so far. Brandon misses on the left, level change from Davison. And he gets his back. Brandon tries to switch, but still Davison controls his back. So on positioning, Davison is doing well. But I don't know what the judges look at. If he just gets in there, does that count as a point? Or if Davison does enough on him. Now, nice scramble by Brandon that gives him back to his feet, did a Grammy roll. Minute left in the first. Brandon again misses on that left. There was a few times in this fight where Brandon would have just connected at least once with that left hook. It would have been good night, Cleveland, that is for you. Davison landed another kick, but that one was partially checked. Brandon still, they're still kind of, they're getting after it, but it's like a feeling out getting after it. Ooh, nice. Brandon landed a turning, spinning wheel kick to the back of Davison's right calf. I mean, I never seen that before. And another kick that wobbled Davison. Davison ain't liking those kicks, and he wasn't liking those kicks. Again, I'd have to give this round to Moreno. Davison didn't land anything of significant. Brandon had the bigger moments, albeit Davison took him down and held him there, but nothing was initiated down there. Right hand to the body that lands for Brandon, and that's the end of round 1. So right away, you know, big first round. I feel like that was a round that was going to set the tone for the rest of the fight. And the only thing that Davison really did was throw leg kicks. And Brandon landed good punches, good kicks of his own. And on the ground, Davison didn't really do anything. So I feel like that round will definitely go to Brandon Moreno, just simply on more output and more just technical striking from Brandon. Man, these guys, they go at it every time they fight. I mean, even in the second fight, you know. It was truly something special to watch. I could watch these guys fight 10 times out of 10 for sure. I mean, truly something special. Truly something special that these guys just go after it, and they're so evenly matched. It's almost just like, it's like a heavyweight fight that had a trilogy, but it's with these guys. So like I said, they're showing replays. Davison only had one bit of success, and that was with the leg kicks. Other than that, nothing too big. So Round 2 starting. Sorry, I had to send a quick text. Round 2 coming out. Davison takes the center pretty quick. Let's see. Misses on the left. Brandon lands a body, and upstairs. Left hand of the body, left hand upstairs. Davison has a single, but nothing. He had a good single. You would think with Davison Figueiredo going to Arizona and train with Henry Cejudo, who won an Olympic gold medal in wrestling, would have a little bit better wrestling. But it shows how terrible a coach Henry Cejudo is. Brandon misses a big left hook, but lands a left hook there, gets it back in return. That left hand, oh shoot, me and Carlos were saying it was going to come. It was going to come. And he had to land one to truly shut the lights out for Davison because he ain't giving up. Brandon lands a flying knee, misses on the left hook again. These guys are swinging. A lot of misses, though. A lot of misses. Truly crazy. Swinging. I love it. And when flyweights happen, when Demetrius Johnson, this never happened. When Demetrius Johnson was champ, yeah, this never happened. So again, Davison chosen that karate stance, trying to see, what openings he could find in Brandon. Brandon's looking for openings as well. I feel like he's a better boxer out of the two. I mean, technical boxing for sure. Let's not forget in the last fight, he dropped Davison with a jab. Good 1-2 landed for Brandon just now. He dropped Davison with a jab. You know how prolific of a boxer you have to be to do that? That's just picture perfect right there. And I was expecting that to happen in this fight as well. Still more feeling out. This is my third time watching this fight. Oh, good takedown from Brandon as he landed a kick. But scrambling. Like a couple of lizards on the ground, just completely scrambling. Jab lands for Brandon a few seconds ago. So as I was saying, like, these two guys, they just get after it. I mean, Davison misses on the takedown, but Brandon lands 2 left hooks. 2 left hooks. Caught him again. Oh, caught him again. That hurt him. He hurt him again. Brandon hurt him 2 times. This is my third time watching this fight. First time with you guys. And the first 2 times I watched this, I had the same outcome in my head, that Brandon Moreno won. I want to say unanimous, but split decision. Brandon lands a nice right kick that hurt Davison for sure. Davison's on the back. He's on the retreat right now. He's on the retreat. You can see the tide shifting and the momentum shifting in the hands of the champion. Even though the first round was very close, I still gave it to Brandon. About 2 minutes left, 2:15 in the second round. Brandon catches him with the jab, left jab. So both guys fighting orthodox. Davison's real kick heavy in the sense that, when I said earlier, Brandon lands a body and left. In the sense that Henry Cejudo's tactic for his stance and for his fight with Dominic Cruz is, when he kicks somebody, he wants to kick both of their legs out underneath them. I mean, that's how powerful of a kick you have to be. I just was Brandon, caught him with another jab. Another single. Can Davison get it? Not at all. That training with Henry Cejudo did not pay off one bit. So, back to what I was saying is, I wish Brandon, left hook to the body by Brandon, I wish Brandon would check a few more of those leg kicks, because in the commentary, they were just making it seem like Brandon was fighting on one leg. But if he would have checked one of those legs, he would have broke Davison Figueiredo's fucking leg, and I would have loved it. That's what everybody else, the whole nation of Mexico, would have. Brandon again tries that spinning wheel leg kick, something I never seen before, but I love it. I love it. In all my years of watching UFC, which has been 15 years, Davison tries a combo, didn't miss, but Brandon sticks him with a jab, and another left hook. And he hurt him again. Brandon's landing, but not landing again. Oh, Davison lands a right. Brandon just using his jab. Davison with the looping overhand right. But Brandon catches him with the hook and a jab. Getting after it. About 40 seconds left in round 2. Davison tries 1-2, but it was blocked. I mean, one thing you guys should know about the UFC gloves, they're not padded like boxing. I mean, it's like you're getting hit with a bare knuckle, or like you're getting hit with the pad of concrete. I mean, these guys, for the power they have, I mean, they're 4-ounce gloves. You can knock someone out easily. Davison tries on a single again, but can't get it. Cannot get it. I think he was just making Brandon think about that to maybe open Brandon's hands, so that way Davison can land that looping right hand he's thrown a few times in this fight so far. Brandon using his jab and a kick, and both men miss. Both men miss on their high kicks. Tremendous dexterity in both men's upper portions of their body. And round 2 is over. Round 2 is over. I have a 2-0 for Brandon. I have a 2-0 Brandon. I mean, you know, he rocked him twice in that round. He rocked him twice. He had Davison on skates. And one thing I noticed is Davison is looping over with that right hand like Khabib Nurmagomedov. Like if he don't have any striking skills himself, he's just looping with that. If Brandon would come up with the uppercut, maybe that'd be money in the bank, and that could have changed the course of the fight. Maybe even drop Davison for a bit. But no. Where the hell did my water go? But no. Brandon had 2 takedowns, albeit he didn't control, but he had 2 takedowns that basically put the momentum his way. Jab that stuck him as well. I have a 2-0 Brandon. I have a 2-0. I just feel Davison didn't do enough and got hurt. So I just think it's crazy how he thinks Henry Cejudo could help him. I mean, we saw it with Zhang Weili when she had her second fight with Rose Namajunas and she lost. Henry Cejudo was a coach on The Ultimate Fighter, and it wasn't even his guy that won the entire show. So it just shows this guy's not a good coach. So why would people want to go to him to get coaching advice? It's insane. Here we go. Round 3. Let's see. I have Brandon up 2-0. Davison starts with a kick to the top of the thigh. See, you can check these leg kicks all you want, but if you get them to the part where they can't be checked, that just shows how prolific of a kicker you are, how prolific of a kickboxer you are. Brandon catches him with the left, a la what Davison is doing in this entire fight. Davison tries a flurry, didn't go so well. Still on the outskirts. Human chess. This is human chess at its finest. So Davison gets a takedown, but in the first round they have Figueiredo 18-9 in significant strikes. In round 2, Moreno 27-14. So you can make the argument that it's 2-1 or 1-1. And right now Davison has his back, looking for like rear naked choke, but Brandon gets out of it. Brandon gets out of it unscathed. Unscathed. So okay, I could say you have it 1-1. We'll give it 1-1. Brandon definitely won that first round for sure. And I even said that when I was watching this with Carlos and Peanut. Shout out to those two. That it was 1-1. I just feel like with those takedowns, you have to give it to Figueiredo. But in the second round, Brandon Moreno for sure. Boom, just like that. Ooh, Davison landed a kick. Didn't like it. That hurt him. Oh, Brandon just got dropped. Brandon just got dropped. That hurt him. That hurt him bad. That hurt him bad. And here we go. They're smiling at each other, playing with each other. Davison, I don't think anyone's going to miss him when he retires, because in this first fight week... Oh, Brandon caught him with the left. That stung him. And again, caught him with the left hook and jab. Oh, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. And a kick. Man, I get on these rants and then something happens. Brandon connects with a jab. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful boxing from Brandon. So it's a game of gotcha. Although he didn't drop Davison, he cracked him twice, 3 times. Stiff jab that sticks Davison. Oh, another jab. Left hook from Davison that hits the chest of Brandon. Back to what I was saying though, this fight week was the first fight week we'd truly seen Davison out of character. I don't think anyone's going to miss him while he retired, because he was a bit of a prick. And that's part of the reason why I didn't go for him in this fight, or even have remorse for him that he lost the second fight. It's because, ooh, a kick from Davison that floored Brandon but bounces right back up. It's because he didn't take the second loss like a man. You know, he was saying, oh, you know, I making excuses. And then he was calling Brandon a little bitch and not giving the champ his respect after he himself got simply outclassed in their fight. Oh, Brandon caught him with the left. Stung Davison. When you smile after you get cracked like that, that means that shit hurt. That means that shit hurt. Brandon tries, misses. I think I should be charging my phone right now. I don't know why I'm not. Let's see. So yeah, I mean, Davison was just being a prick. And training with Henry Cejudo, I'm just like, Brandon, you gotta knock this guy out. You can't let this guy win. I mean, he really thinks he won that second fight. I don't think Davison did it to psych him himself up. I just think he did it because he's just trying to look cool and be a bigger champion in the UFC's eyes and in the casual's eyes. So about 1:20 left. Kick from Brandon. Right hand that stuns Davison. Oh, Davidson's on the retreat. Brandon still, I think he's winning this round so far. I really do. I think Brandon's winning this round. Even though Davison dropped him, I think he's winning. Minute left in this round. Who's gonna finish on a flurry? That's one thing a lot of fighters like to do. They like to finish on a flurry in each round. That way, if this does go to the judges' scorecard, then we can see them like how they ended each round. And if they ended each round in a flurry, they're more likely to win the fight. Both men swinging, both men connecting. Brandon just stunned Davison. Again, ooh, Davison caught Brandon. Now Brandon's playing with him. They're juking each other out. Oh man, what a fight. What a fight. Still going at it. Miss from Davison on an elbow. Brandon punching. And again. More punches. Again from Brandon. Again. Kick that was blocked by Brandon. I mean, these guys, man, they just go at it. Kick to the nuts from Davison because he cheats. Oh, man. Oh, Davison dropped Brandon. And a guillotine. He's got a guillotine. Deep. But 3, 2, 1, 0. We'll see you around 4. And then Davison, like the prick he is, pushes Brandon. Because, you know, Davison has to live with himself. He's probably poor as shit. His family poor as shit. So, yeah, he has to try and look cool all he can. And he's training with the king of cringe himself, Henry Cejudo. You know, that whole camp tries their entire lifestyle to fit in and look cool. I mean, Henry Cejudo reminds me of my JV basketball coach in the sense they have those stupid brown Mexican eyes. I'm not saying that Mexicans are stupid. I'm just saying, you know, they got those stupid eyes. And they got those stupid straight hair, and their mannerisms are the same. So every time I think of Henry, I think of my JV basketball coach, and yeah, just doesn't bode well for sure when I think of them. So yeah, they're showing the replay. Davison lands good right hand, powerful right hand. The round was close, really close, but I think they'd give it to Davison. I think they'll give it to Davison just because of how he ended the round. As I just alluded to earlier, is that, you know, you got to finish the round strong. And what better way to finish the round by Davison than to land a big punch like that. So championship rounds, round 4. These guys have been here before in their first fight. You know, these 2 rounds are like the fourth quarter of a game. You know, who can really dig deep? You like win the quarter, win the game. Well, you win this 4th round, you win the fight basically. In the sense, there's still a whole lot of fight left. If I'm being completely honest, like I do on this YouTube channel, I give it 2-1 Brandon. Excuse me, Davison. Just because he dropped him. Just because he dropped him in that 3rd round. I feel like if that didn't happen, Brandon would have walked away with that round for sure. Let's not forget, he stunned Davison himself. He stunned him himself. Jab from Davison lands. Brandon lands a kick. Now, I keep talking about Davison's only success being kicks. Let's not forget, that's how Israel Adesanya defeated Yoel Romero. Was off of kicks. Front kick that missed from Davison. Kick lands for Brandon. That stuns Davison. Davison wasn't liking a bit of those kicks, even those spinning wheel kicks to his calves. He didn't like those. I think Brandon literally came up with those on the fly. He's smiling, which means he's in pain. Kick lands for Davison to the body. Good body kick. Brandon still looking. Human chess. It's like those fights where they're filling each other out and then they fight in spurts. Brandon lands a nice right, but whiffs badly on the left. I think the judges saw that and didn't think that looked good to them. I mean, Brandon was swinging that air a lot in this fight, but mostly when he was going for that left hook. Again, Brandon catches him. Excuse me, Davison. Why do I keep mixing up their names? That's insane. So here we go, about 3:10 left in the 4th. Still, Davison's landing kicks. Brandon missing badly. A lot of time left in this round. One thing people need to understand is obviously boxing has more rounds than MMA, but the time limit for a championship fight in MMA is a lot. I mean, think about it. You're going out there sprinting for 5 minutes straight for 5 5-minute rounds or 3 5-minute rounds. And these guys, flyweights, they make it look easy. Whereas heavyweights, not all of them, but some of them, you can tell when they're going through it or not. Brandon misses on a few punches, so does Davison though. Still swinging, both kind of swinging at air. Brandon lands a good left to the head. Davison just has some weird tattoos. So does Brandon. But I like Brandon's more than Davison. Good jab from Brandon. Misses from Davison. And an uppercut from Brandon that lands. Good punches by Brandon. I mean, I'd say he's winning this round. I don't think Davison's doing enough to show that he's taking control of this fight. He could easily go up 3-1 right now, I say. He could easily go up 3-1 right now, but I say he's kind of taking this round off, and Brandon's just pepping him with shots. Minute 46 coming up in this fourth round. Davison misses on a left, Brandon on a jab. Davison misses on an overhand. Oh, Brandon catches him with the right. Davison looking for a takedown. Can he get it? No, but he has Brandon's back. See what he can do with it. For the casuals that don't know the rules, you know, each round is scored in effect with the round winner gaining 10 points. His or her 9 or less. And point system is effectively based on striking, grappling, aggression, and octagon control. And you guys are like, what are octagon control? You could say it's when a fighter's stalking the other fighter like an animal stalking its prey. And Davison was doing a lot of that in the first part of the fight, but not so much now. Brandon lands an elbow and an uppercut. A few good punches from Brandon. Davison tries to close the distance, but Brandon's landing. He's landing. Davison's walking through the fire. But Brandon's landing. He started landing a bit there. Good punches by Brandon. Coming up on about 30 seconds in this round 4. I don't care. I want to see this fight again. So they have round 4 significant strikes in favor of Figueiredo, and round 3 for Moreno. 34-19 in round 3, 15-17 in favor of Figueiredo, which is absolutely insane because I feel Brandon's winning the round. I feel like 10 seconds left. Brandon catches him with the left. Davison doing this funky herky-jerky style. Brandon lays him down. And round 4 comes to a close. Trips him. Davison lands on the floor. I have it 2-2. The winner of this round going to win this fight. Now, in my prediction, you can go see that on my YouTube channel. Go ahead. Hit the subscribe button if you want to go see my prediction for this fight. I had Brandon going to win by split decision. The reason why I chose a split decision is because this wasn't going to be an easy fight by all means. Brandon knew what he was getting himself into, and Davison was going to come at Brandon with everything he's got. So that's why I had Brandon winning by split decision. But at the end of the day, round 5 comes. It depends on who wants it more, who's willing to dig deeper. At this point, it ain't about moves. It ain't about Davison's moves versus Brandon moves. It's about who wants it more, who's willing to dig deep to become the champion and have the ultimate bragging rights. And that's it. Me, Peanut, and Carlos, we were pretty confident that Brandon was doing enough to win. Maybe 1 round away from even securing his belt back. But I loved it. This fight was truly something to behold. Here we go. Round 5. Davison tries a kick that's checked. Brandon trying jabs. Only 1 landed in about the 4 he threw. Crazy pace these guys are going through. Yep. And on the live feed, celebrities and MMA analysts, they have the same opinion as I do. Going into round 5, as Brandon lands a huge takedown on Davison Figueiredo. Huge takedown into half guard. But Davison's half guard is wide open. Brandon can pass whenever he likes. I mean, huge takedown. Huge. Can he do anything with it? No, Davison gets up from it. But that was a big takedown. Big takedown. I mean, when I saw that takedown, I immediately thought back to UFC 171, March of 2014, when Johnny Hendricks was fighting Ruthless Robbie Lawler. for the vacant welterweight title when Joe Rogan and Mike Goldberg were saying Johnny Hendricks is one takedown away from securing the championship. Brandon Moreno secured a takedown right there, and boom. I thought that won him the fight. There was nothing else Davison could do to win. And Brandon just stung him with the left hand that put Davison on the back pedal. I just thought there was simply nothing Davison could do to win the fight. Not even a knockdown. Even though Davison did knock him down. Elbow miss from Davison. Brandon gets up. Brandon has the whole country of Mexico riding with him. I mean, think about it, guys. This guy is as big as Canelo. This guy is as big as Canelo in my eyes because, think about it. This sport, mixed martial arts, UFC, whatever promotion you want to use, is ran predominantly by Brazilians, whereas boxing is ran predominantly by Mexicans. When you think of Mexican boxing, you think of Canelo, obviously, and you think of Julio Cesar Chavez. When it comes to MMA, though, you think of Anderson Silva, who's a Brazilian. You think of Amanda Nunes, who is a Brazilian. You think of all these guys that are Brazilian, that have ran the sport from time and time again and will continue to. But then you look at Brandon Moreno, first ever Mexican-born UFC champion, and he's trying to just be in the GOAT status. I mean, he became more famous in Mexico, and as I mentioned, he was on Canelo status for fame, and that's exactly what he was doing, and that's why I wanted him to win. It's just opening a new wide stream of audiences for the world of mixed martial arts. And for other Mexican fighters, MMA fighters, Brandon just paved the way for them. Davison just dropped him with the right hand, but Brandon pops right back up, lands a left hand of his own, and another left hand, and another one, and another one. Davison missed badly. Got 2 minutes left in this fight. Who wants it more? Who wants it, y'all? Oh, getting goosebumps. Man, I wish the volume was on. Don't want to get taken off of YouTube. So yeah, minute 45. Davison lands a right, but Brandon lands a left. Stun Davison. But do you guys get what I'm saying? Is that Brandon is potentially on GOAT status? That's like when Michael Bisping was the first ever British UFC champion. I mean, couldn't have happened to a better guy, one. And two, like Brandon, Bisping just paved the way for other British mixed martial artists to get their due and get their try at mixed martial arts in the UFC. So significant strikes, percentage-wise, Davison has him up by 10. But if you look at it, Brandon threw more significant strikes, 247 to 213. I mean, just insane. Both these guys kind of conserving their energy to go hard here in this last minute as we're coming up on a minute left in this championship fight, in this trilogy. I had this fight go in the distance, but Davison dropped him. Still, though, he didn't do anything with that drop. It wasn't like he dropped him and teed off on him for a few seconds. No, Brandon popped right back up. And you can't help but to think of Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard. All those times that Frankie Edgar got rocked by Gray and he continued to walk forward, that essentially helped win him the fight. Here we go. 30 seconds left. I felt like Brandon should have emptied the tank right here, but he waited a bit more. He waited. Oh, Davison lands a big right. Ooh. But Brandon, they're swinging now. They're swinging wildly. Oh, Davison misses on a looping left. Brandon catches him with the right. He catches him with the jab. An uppercut. Davison looking for a takedown but can't get it. They're swinging. Davison. Oh, Brandon connects hard again. Oh. 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 Brandon just knocked out Davison's mouthpiece. What a fight. What a flurry to end. That was awesome. That was awesome. I mean, woo. Close fight. He knocked Davis's mouthpiece out. Completely outstruck him. Davis's only bit of success in that 5th round was dropping Brandon and landing one big right hand. Other than that, Brandon landed that huge takedown and did a little more to win that round. So therefore, I thought Brandon won 3-2. I know Davison has to look confident for the judges, but nobody in that arena was going for him. I mean, think about it. They fought in Anaheim, California. Tijuana, Mexico is just literally right down the street. And, you know, I was going for Brandon. I was going for him bad. I mean, look, I got a Mexican flag tattooed on me right here. So I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican, as you can see. So, yeah, those two countries bleed in my heart and soul for sure. Definitely not no Brazilian. So Henry Cejudo should be completely denounced as a Mexican. Sorry. Right now they're showing some replays. Brandon definitely landed more in this fight. I feel like Brandon had the bigger moments and Davison just had spurts of moments. And to me, that just wasn't enough to win the fight. So yeah, Brandon has that huge takedown. You know, I just felt that won him the fight. And even Henry Cejudo was like, damn, Davison couldn't even do that. After all the times I was teaching him. Like I said, these fighters are going to train with Henry Cejudo, Weili Zhang, Davison Figueiredo, John Jones, even Yuri Prochazka, who's going to be fighting for the UFC title in May, going to train with Henry, and they're all just going to get cracked. They're all going to see that it was a waste of time. Brandon knocked Davison's mouthpiece out, and I just thought that was enough for him to win the fight. And Peanut and Carlos and I were sure, absolutely sure, that Brandon did enough to win. I mean, it doesn't get more clear than that. I mean, I've seen crazier things. And for one thing I know is you got to beat the champ to truly beat the champ. Davison did not do that. A perfect example of that is when Rafael Dos Anjos fought Anthony Pettis. Dos Anjos defeated Anthony Pettis for every second in that fight, so he deserved every bit to be the champion. Here, not so much. It was a unanimous decision, Davison Figueiredo and New. We were pissed. We were all pissed. Carlos said that was some boxing shit. My jaw immediately hit the floor. And watching all these weasels, Henry Cejudo especially, Eric Albacian, the homie with the glasses that looks like, condom break, and acting like he did something for once in his life, truly had me like, really, dude? You want to celebrate for that? Even Henry. Like I said, he was a terrible coach on The Ultimate Fighter, so for him to come back and truly act like he did something, just shows how much of a sellout he is. And I'm going to interview Peanut one day, and he'll tell you guys all how Henry Cejudo was a sellout, because after he exposes him, you guys won't look at him the same. I know I don't look at him the same. I mean, I stopped liking him after the TJ Dillashaw fight. After the Marlon Moraes fight. And this just goes back to, if Henry Cejudo claims to be Mexican, as diehard as he is, if he claims to bleed green, red, and white, then why would he help a different countryman? Why would he help a different countryman against his own countrymen? I know they created that fake narrative of, oh, Brandon sold out on Henry. It was complete bullshit. Absolute bullshit. They just had to create something to add more drama to the fight, and they just had to add more of a mental strength to Davison's mindset. And then you got this weasel in Davison Figueiredo's corner, one of his translators, or not his translator, I think his manager. Nonetheless, he looks like a nutsack with his bald head. He's so fucking bald, I hate it. And then Henry Cejudo, just looking like a stupid weasel. All those guys. As you can tell, I don't like Davison Figueiredo. You can tell. But a perfect analysis and a perfect comparison to this fight is you look at Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski 2. Max clearly won rounds 1 through 3, and they still gave it to Alex when it shouldn't have. Everyone in the MMA community was saying that fight was totally rigged and Max should have won. Even the first fight, they thought Max should have won. So why make it any different? John Jones, Dominic Reyes. Dominic Reyes completely won rounds 1 through 3. John Jones won the last 2 rounds, and they still gave it to him. Davison did not beat Brandon Moreno. He did not. At the end of the day, Davison got lucky. Brandon Moreno won rounds 2, 4, and 5, while Davison only won rounds 1 and 3. And that right there is how Davison Figueiredo robbed Brandon Moreno. Straight boxing shit. Nonetheless, Brandon Moreno got robbed. And if you feel the same way, go ahead, let me know in the comments section. If not, then hey, I hope you guys enjoyed this fight, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video so you guys can see more of an insight of what I like to do, and that's talk about fights. I'm going to be doing more fight companions similar to this, and more with my friends such as Peanut and Carlos in the near future. If you want to see more fight companions, let me know in the comments, and most of all, just subscribe to this YouTube channel. It's been real. Most of all, stay safe, stay healthy. It's your boy Hollywood. I'm out.